Okay, a question may arise here, and the question is that whenever I took the L by 4 or the L by 3 calculations, or did the L by 4 or the L by 3 calculations, but well, the distance was taken from the centerline distance. So the distance was actually the centerline distance, meaning the center to center of the beam, center to center of the beams. But when actually applying the L by 3 or the L by 4, what I did was, instead of applying it from the center, offsetting from the center, I did the edge of the beam. So now, why I did that, the actual procedure, the exact procedure would be to offset the center lines of the beams to L by 3 and L by 4, not the edges of the beams. So I did this because the practice in my country is to do the offset of the edges instead of the center lines, and this is done because that it is believed that if we do the center line, if we take offset as L by 3 and L by 4 from the center line, then the values are going to be exact. And if we take offset from this edge of the beam, this edge right over here of the beam, then the calculations of L by 3 and L by 4 are going to be less than what is required, which is not okay, and that can cause problems. And if we take offset from this edge, then we will have a little bit of excess linked in rebar from what was actually required. So if required was L by 3 and L by 4, we have covered L by 3 and L by 4, and we have also got a little bit extra right over here. So it is believed that even if the the workers do not cut the rods properly, or they cut it a little bit short, that won't be a problem, because we have taken a greater value, a little bit greater value than what was required. So even if the workers mess up by cutting it a little bit short, that won't be a problem, because they're actually not cutting it short, they're actually cutting it towards the right measurement. So that is why it is the practice in my country. But if it's not the practice in your country, then by all means please do the offset from the center line of the beams, not from the edge of the beams. Okay, for the L by 3 and the L by 4 distances. Alright, I hope you got the idea. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be seeing you in the next one.